I'm Michelle Berglund. I've been married to Dorian for 16 and a half years now, and we have 3 biological children, and we foster a little girl that we're getting ready to adopt, McKinley. She's 2. June 23rd, 2008, it was the day after I turned 29, I was diagnosed with stage 3, grade 3 breast cancer. It was not at all what we were expecting. The phone rang 8:15 on Monday morning. I was wrestling with toddlers, trying to get them dressed to get them out the door to Vacation Bible School, and it was the doctor on the phone, and I had no point of reference for the words that he said to me, that I had breast cancer. My mother-in-law was actually in town visiting, and so I kind of collapsed in her arms, and then kind of tossed the kids in her lap and frantically said, I have to go pray, and ran out of the house in the rain crying, and just had to collect my thoughts and pray and get on the same page with the Lord, because were my kids going to even know me? Or Jaden was 12 months old. Was I just going to be a picture and some stories? Would they ever remember me? And I didn't want to tell him over the phone, but I did, and he just dropped everything. He said, I'm on my way. And I don't even know that we could talk about it. We just cried, and it wasn't real. It wasn't really happening. I couldn't even say it. I mean, saying I have cancer was so foreign. It was almost impossible to say. I felt the most secure in myself and in where life was headed on June 22nd. I was confident as a parent. We were starting a new business. We were going to be homeschooling. We knew exactly where we were going and exactly what we were doing. And then I didn't know anything. It wasn't good. I went to a specialist, and I remember sitting in her office and her holding my hands and crying with me. She cried with me, and she said, this is bad, but we are going to fight with you. There were hard days. There were days where I would just look at my children and wonder if especially Jaden, being a baby, wonder if he would ever remember me. And God would just say, you're alive today. And that just kind of became okay, I'm alive today. I can do today. I'm alive today. I have today. And so instead of focusing on, oh, this could be really bad, I could die, I focused on, I have today. I'm with them today. I can pour into them today. I had a head shaving party. I mean, what do? You're losing your hair. My sister came over, we baked brownies, and we shaped mohawks into my hair, and we were insane. But it was that or cry, and I didn't want to cry, so we had fun with it. The first 3 to 4 weeks after diagnosis was a lot of on my face before God, just crying out to Him, not knowing what is going to happen to me, and He just continued to speak to my heart what He'd been already speaking to my heart, said I was in the palm of His hand, and nothing could happen to me. We did chemo for 3 months. I had good treatments and I had hard treatments. I lost my hair after the 2nd treatment. After the 3rd treatment was probably the hardest. I had no energy. I was walking from my bed to the bathroom, I was out of breath. I had lost so much weight. I couldn't breathe. July of 2009, was when I had my big major surgery, and that was the double mastectomy with reconstruction, and that was supposed to be my finish line. Life wasn't what I wanted it to be or had expected it to be, and that's where I had my crisis of faith. I was supposed to be done. It was supposed to be over, and it wasn't over. And every surgery was just one more surgery. No, that didn't work, just one more surgery. And every one more surgery was asking people, my family, to help me take care of my kids. It was one more, no, mommy can't pick you up because I hurt. It was, I can't cook for my family. I can't take care of my family. All along I had said, I can do this, Lord, for your glory. And I couldn't see how me draining everybody else was glorifying God. The times where I thought that I'd lost faith, or I was holding on just by the smallest thread, just sheer will. I refuse to lose faith, but I have no faith. He was faithful for me, and his love was there. And just slowly, day by day, every day, he was there in the darkness with me. I was never alone, and he pulled me out just with his love every single day, and showed me that I didn't have to do anything or be anything to bring him glory, that just me being in him was enough. Because there are days and seasons where it's not about me doing, I can't do, it's just about being his, and that was enough. And in those places he would just hold me, and that's what got me through. I'm just absolutely in awe. I'm alive. I'm here. And I'm here for a purpose. And I'm here for his purpose. And he really started birthing in Doreen and I this, it's not our lives. Like, we're not here to live our lives. We're here to live, for him. And what does that look like, and what does that mean? And on July 29th, 2015, I had been out with Pastor Rennie that morning and talking with her and sharing my heart with her. And that day I really felt the Lord reaffirm, yes, this is from me. And so, of course, it would be that evening that the phone rang, and our placement coordinators from the foster agency called and said they had a little girl. They didn't know her name. And it said she was an 8-month-old little girl that needed a home. And would we accept placement? They had no information about her, only her age and that she needed a home. And Doreen and I said yes, and within 20 minutes, I think, they were at the door. It was just under a year that we fostered her, when her biological mom called and asked if we would adopt her, if we would be interested in an open adoption. And we said yes. We had fallen in love with her, and she had fully integrated into our family, and it wasn't a hard question for us. The answer was yes, absolutely. He's perfect. He writes the most beautiful stories. I can't even begin to describe how perfectly he orchestrates everything. I was worried that Jaden wouldn't know me, and now here I have another little girl. Not only does Jaden know me, but now McKinley knows me. It's his life, and as long as I am breathing on this earth, whether that is just for the rest of today or for another 40 or 50 years, it is his life for his purpose and for his glory, and that is the only reason I exist.